The assault on the cavern commenced. Akashic Tower's members braced for the incoming attack, their mounted flying lions serving as a diversionary tactic while Magus prepared their ace in the hole. Within his laboratory, he manipulated a control panel, causing a stone statue to abruptly fracture, revealing a golem within. Magus proclaimed this to be the tower's ultimate weapon, certain it would prove invincible. The golem lumbered out to confront Jiharsi, who awaited outside. The golem's massive sword forced the elder to exert his full strength to parry the blow. Observing their strongest opponent occupied, the other tower members seized the opportunity to press their advantage. They soared beyond Sven and the other attackers' reach. Amidst the ensuing chaos, two captives worked to sever their bonds. A flying lion swooped down, wounding Sven, but he quickly recovered, urging his comrades to maintain their spirits. Though the treasure hunters seemed cornered, Liz suddenly appeared, moving at blurring speed to strike down a flying lion. Her arrival reinvigorated the group, and Sven rallied them to push forward. Meanwhile, Cry and Tino remained alone in the woods. Cry expressed some unease about Liz rushing into battle, leaving him without his usual protection. Tino detected a nearby presence and offered to investigate, but Cry, assuming it was wildlife, dismissed her concern. Unbeknownst to him, the approaching figures were the escaped prisoners, who were puzzled by his apparent indifference. As Cry prepared to continue, his night vision lenses abruptly deactivated, forcing him to rely on Tino for guidance. Back at the battle, Liz decimated the remaining flying lions, questioning the hunter's struggles against such opponents. She taunted Citri for her weakness, prompting Citri to inquire about her unexpected presence. Liz revealed her plea to Cry to join the fight, then immediately resumed her assault. She attacked the golem with blinding speed, forcing it backward and causing minor damage. Unwilling to be outdone, Jiharsi attacked with his ice axe, momentarily freezing the golem at the point of contact. The golem crashed down, presenting Sven with a clear shot. Though briefly deactivated, the golem swiftly rebooted and counterattacked. GRC swung again, but the golem evaded the blow and leaped into the air, its agility surprising everyone. Its movements were reminiscent of Ansem, one of the 6 grievers, similar in size and even more nimble. Liz briefly pondered the connection to her friend, but quickly dismissed it, focused solely on destroying the machine. As she lunged, the golem's hand transformed into a cannon, firing an energy blast that grazed Liz's abdomen, forcing her to retreat, vulnerable to ranged attacks. Under fire, she continued to evade, while Citri suggested focusing on depleting the golem's energy reserves. Taking this as a challenge, Liz unleashed a powerful combo, bringing the golem crashing down. Jiharsi seized the opportunity to strike its foot, but the golem used back-mounted thrusters to escape. Liz, seemingly defeated, relented. At that moment, Cry arrived, calmly assessing the situation, despite the imposing golem. His presence reassured everyone, confident in the strongest hunter's abilities. The golem suddenly charged Cry, prompting Tino to cling to him in fear. Cry remained oblivious, and just as suddenly, the golem was inexplicably repelled before making contact. It crashed into the wall, deactivated. Everyone questioned Cry's secret technique, unaware his deactivated lenses rendered him blind to the golem. He questioned Tino about the commotion. With the battle concluded, the treasure hunters raided the Akashic Tower base, confiscating its resources. Citri reported to Cry, thanking him for Liz's timely assistance. The battle, however, was not over for Citri, who intended to personally dismantle the Akashic Tower. Elsewhere, the escaped prisoners rejoined Magus and the others, who had abandoned their base. Convinced the red-haired alchemist among the treasure hunters was Sophia, they warned Magus of her infiltration. Demoralized after the encounter with Cry, Magus decided to flee the Empire, ordering Sophia's recall. Meanwhile, Cry met with Jiharsi and a government official, who pressed him for information about the Akashic Tower. Knowing nothing, Cry directed them to Citri. The official reacted nervously at her name, recalling the incident 3 years prior, a mass prison break where Citri was initially implicated, leading to her demotion and loss of title. Gark's intervention ultimately cleared her name, but the incident left a lingering apprehension among officials. At the Akashic Tower's temporary base, Magus's disciples presented him with a captive, not Sophia. The terrified woman denied being Sophia, her fear amplified by a hostile flying lion, convincing Magus of her innocence. At that moment, the real Sophia entered, wine bottle in hand, acknowledging her doppelganger but highlighting their differences. Removing her wig and robe, she revealed herself to be Citri, stunning everyone. Magus questioned her charade, but Citri confirmed her identity as the Sophia he knew. Shocked, the disciples assumed betrayal. Citri clarified her initial admiration for Magus's work, driven by a desire to see its fruition. But now, she declared, it must end. She explained Cry's leniency, his refusal to detain his men as a warning for her to cease her activities. She reassured Magus that she revealed nothing, but Cry's ability to discern lies was undeniable. He orchestrated events, allowing them to test their research against skilled hunters, a largely successful endeavor. She intervened when the Golem attacked Cry, preventing its destruction. With the research confiscated and impending arrests imminent, Citri revealed her plan to continue the work. With the fictional Sophia gone, blame would fall solely on Magus. Turning to her assistant, Citri explained that she adopted her distinctive red hair for its anonymity. The distraught assistant collapsed in tears. As the disciples moved to attack, Citri summoned a flying lion to defend her. Magus responded with a powerful fire attack, incinerating the lion, but Citri, protected by the Citri slime Cry had lost, remained unharmed. The slime began consuming the lion's remains, Citri explaining its ability to grow by absorbing mana. Magus panicked, realizing the slime's potential to consume the world. Citri revealed her intention to test its power against a mage of his caliber. The disciples deployed a smoke bomb, urging Magus to flee while they held back the golden slime. Escaping, Magus collided with a hulking figure at the doorway, tumbling down the stairs. Terrified, he looked up to see Citri, who revealed her desire to create a chimera, using escaped prisoners as raw materials. Magus recognized the depths of her ruthlessness. Citri donned her mask, declaring him the perfect next ingredient. The chimera eliminated Magus, and Citri erased the memories of the remaining disciples before their arrest. She also erased her assistant's memory and reported to Cry that the matter was resolved, promising more caution in material acquisition, a statement Cry barely registered.